we interrupt the Waves music to bring you an interview from Contamination, St. Louis's own sci-fi, horror, and pop culture convention.
Hey everybody, it's your friendly neighborhood DJ Jazzhands from 89.5 The Wave, and I'm here at Contamination with
Amy Hale.
And so, how did you get started in writing?
I actually started out doing nonfiction stuff for health and diet, and decided I was kind of tired of that and I wanted to be more creative. So a couple of years ago I switched to fiction and been having a lot of fun ever since.
Alrighty, that's understandable. So, I mean, what has been, besides just you kind of wanting to switch, what has been some of your kind of influences that you definitely put inside your books that of fiction that really made you like, okay, I really like fiction. This is what I have to try to make.
Oh yeah. Well, let's see. When I was a kid, I grew up reading Stephen King. So while I'm not quite at his gore level or anything, I really enjoy the way he spins a story. So he was an influence. I have some other friends that are authors that are doing real well. Jamie McGuire is a good friend of mine. I grew up with her, and she's doing phenomenal. And when I read her first book, I thought, this really encourages me that I could do my own. So, and then there's people out there like Colleen Hoover and Abby Glines and several others that I've got a chance to just meet face to face, and they've just been very inspirational.
Okay, that's really, really cool. So, can you kind of tell us just a little bit about your books and what kind of, for people that may not know, what your books are about besides just fantasy and stuff?
Yeah, my first book, Ulterior Motives, is a romantic suspense. I really like to try to create an adventure and then put a little bit of a romantic story in with it. So it's about a girl that her life is in danger, but she doesn't know it. And so there's kind of a long backstory with her father and some other things that happened, but she witnessed her mother's murder, and her life has just been one disaster after another. So then somebody brings in a private or secret bodyguard, and the story builds from there. And then I've also got a paranormal romance series called Shadows of Jane, and it's a trilogy, so there's 2 books out now. And then I have a couple of romantic comedies right now. So I'm kind of testing the waters in different places.
Okay, well, that's, really cool. So did you always want to go into writing books, or did you just kind of fall into it? Like, how did you all of a sudden be like, I need to start writing, I need to be a writer?
Yeah, I think I always have. When I was in high school, I wrote short stories and I wrote poetry. And when I had kids, I decided to write them stories. So I've got some little children's stories that I wrote to them, and they always enjoyed them. So, life gets in the way, and you kind of lose sight of what you want to do. But, when the opportunity came along, I was like, I'm grabbing it, and I'm going to go for it.
Awesome. That's awesome. So, just not to keep you completely, but is there anything that you would tell people that are aspiring to become writers, or, want to become a writer and follow their dream at writing, and maybe they're stuck in one field or another or don't even know how to start? What would you say would be a good way to start into writing, and then also how to kind of promote yourself and get yourself out there to start selling and making books?
I say write what you enjoy. If you enjoy it, you're going to really put your heart into it, and when your heart's into it, it's just hard to beat a story when you really get into it. So write what you enjoy, write what you know. Look online. There's so many resources online that you can't throw a rock and not find something about self-publishing. So look for those resources. Talk to other authors. I mean, we're happy to help anyone that's willing to talk. So look any of us up, ask some questions. We're all here to help, and we're one big family.
All righty, cool. So last question. Is there any other future projects for you that is coming up that you're willing to talk about, or you really kind of want to dive more into and talk a little bit more about?
My newest book coming out in July is called Letters from Jayson, and it's a romantic comedy. And it's kind of a chaotic story about 2 people who were thrown together, and they have to make the best of the situation. And I'm excited about that one coming out. I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. It's been an honor to meet you. This has been Jazzhands at Contamination. It's going on all weekend. You should totally come down here and check it out. And thank you again so much. Any other kind of final words?
Oh, no, just come on down. It's a lot of fun out here.
For more information about Contamination, check out their Facebook at facebook.com/contaminationstl. And for more interviews from the con, check out our Facebook at facebook.com/thewavestl. Stay tuned to 89.5 The Wave for more from Contamination.